Good morning. Good morning. Oh, it's still morning. Yes, I had to see what time it was. Welcome to the channel, Slapping Paint on Paper. This is where we do it all. We do it all. And I know when I say we do it all, me personally, don't do it all. Slapping paint on paper, motivation, encouragement, gratitude conversation, show you how to get up after life has knocked the hell out of you. And I do it in a way where I make unique pieces, upcycling old materials, crafting unique art pieces, or finding inspiration in the unexpected. So on my channel, this is a space to have creativity, have fun, have open conversation about life like today, but it's behind me. That's what we're going to do. Today we're going to talk about attitude. Attitude is everything, right? We want to talk about positive attitudes on your day, what's going on in your day. Welcome to the studio. I can't see who it is yet over here on eCam. It doesn't give me. So once you comment and hit that like please. Appreciate it, because we're here to grow on YouTube. This is my goal this year in 2024 in the first quarter is to grow my subscribers to 1,000. Because I don't want to be here talking to myself, although y'all know I will. I need this to, let's see, I think it does. Let me make sure we got the do not disturb on, because once we get started, we don't want to be interrupted by whatever. All right. So today, what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to show you some things because y'all know over here on the channel, I like to show you because everybody have different learning styles. All right, I'm going to do that, get that done, let her know that. Boop, doop, 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 doop. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to give it a little bit more before we go over on the desk because I don't want to pop over and then I have to repeat a lot of things. So I like to give people time to get the notification. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that bell note, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to put all that fancy stuff up here one day, but right now I'm just trying to show up. That's trying to be consistent with showing up. And today is Thursday. I said I was going to do it on Mondays and Wednesdays, but remember, I'm trying to get used to showing up, just showing up. So everybody should be getting it around the same time. And then, we just wait for a little bit to let people pop in, decide if they want to pop in. And if you're on the replay, hit that, and you haven't subscribed to the channel, so we can grow together, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. Okay. Okay. Oh, and on the screen is the planner that I'm using for this year, the whole year. And the young lady who created the planner, I'm on her team to just basically, again, help her grow, because that's what we're doing over here. We're collaborating. We're helping people on their journey, because people are deciding to do life differently now. We're not doing life normally the way we've done it before. Get the 9 to 5, retire, and then what do you have? A watch. Good retirement, hopefully. I'm not knocking the 9 to 5s. Everybody needs to have a 9 to 5 if that's what they desire. I've been there, done that. And right now, I choose to work for me. It's a lot more work, but it's my dream, and I get to work towards my dream. You know what I mean? So, yeah. All right. I am going to try to put this back in here because I want to keep this package. Because remember I said I create art through all the things. I feel like I'm leaving something out. All right, let's scroll over here. Let's run over here to the desk. But what I was saying is click on that and check that out. If it's something that you're interested in, great, order it. If not, no worries, right? All right. Boom. I had to change that camera. Attitude is everything. I had these cards, oh my God, years ago. Like probably my youngest son was 2, 3. I was going through some things, but attitude was the one thing that I had all jacked up. Like I was pissed off with the world. Had been through a divorce. Was trying to start over from that and all of the things. So now I am embracing all of the things and I'm not stressing over them. All right, here we got some things on the desk. Got a little thing. Let me make sure. Do 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 do. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, all right. Learning styles. Learning styles. That's what I want to talk about. Learning styles. And when I say learning styles, it's different ways that people process and retain information. Like me, I'm not a reader. I am a reader. I love to read, but it's got to be real, 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 real. Real, real school, I had to read stuff over and over and over again. I was the one that had to do a whole lot of studying, and that was because most of the teachers in my era, they didn't focus on like doing it two ways. If now the teachers that I had that wrote on the board and showed me how to do stuff, those are the classes that I excelled in. And those were more so the younger teachers that were coming in. But those older teachers, they say do what I do because I got mine. You got to get yours. And I was like, well, okay. So we skated on through. That's why I loved when online school happened. It was more of I can see it, and then we can hear it, and that's what worked for me. So you got visual, auditory, right? That's the lectures, the podcast, the verbal, have discussions. Again, that one is kind of me. So if you take the visual and the auditory together, that's kind of me. You're gonna have a good one. But it is there's 7 different ways. So for me over here, my point with all of this is on my channel to do it both ways. So I like to talk about some things and I like to show you some things so that way that maybe you obtain it, you grab it, and and then it works for you. If not, then share how you do learn. And maybe it's another way that I can kind of work in. But as being a teacher, I like to kind of help people. Like that logical learner, that wasn't me because that more so was involved when you think of logical, you think of logic, you think of math. But I did do some of those that make you think about how you do learn. Maybe you never thought about how you learn, right? That's how I like now they come up with a lot of things the way the kids are, like the kids that they say that are ADHD, they can't sit still. But here's the thing, they found out that they have ways to reach them. No, they're not going to sit there and listen to a lecture. And ain't. And it depends on who's talking. Like sometimes I don't want to even hear myself talk. So that would be like, I won't hear it. Let it go. Okay. I'm going to share how I was trying to see, I couldn't remember what it was, but attitude in the studio today is number one. Okay, so we got attitude. We got a whole bunch of scraps that's right here on the desk. Whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff. Cards that I did yesterday, recycled. These are not recycled. These are brand new. So, but I turned them into something new. Um, Hello, Tanya. Witchy art and crafts. Love it. Dawn, what's up, Dawn? How are you this morning? Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the studio, guys. Welcome to the studio. We're over here talking about number one, attitude, ways that people learn so that I can really hone in on. I want to reach not everybody. I can't reach everybody, but I do want to share a whole bunch of stuff as to how I repurpose things. Look at this bag. So this bag, it says bring home the bacon. It's a first watch to go bag, right? This bag is yummy to me because why? I get to turn this bag rip this bag up and turn it into paper to draw on. And then maybe take this, like all this is a recycled, that's all it is, right? You can turn junk. Everything is not trash. Use it. I think every time I look at something, like my daughter yesterday, she texts me, she's like, you want me to save these for you? They were two tall bottles that I literally could turn into lamps. But because I just decluttered a lot of stuff that people have saved, I have saved, I was just like, no. And I didn't say throw them away. I just said no. But this bag, I've had it. Like I just pulled it out. It's been in where I had the bag saved over there in the laundry room. I want to say this bag has been there for maybe since 23. Where I'm going to turn it. So I am going to, over on my Patreon, I'm going to teach how to rip this bag up and how to turn it into A book. Like, look at it. Just think. We're gonna take the bottom off, but then just look at it. Fold it over. Don't you see the book? Look at that. That's a book, right? Rated however you want. Let's see. We could take something like that and slap on the cover. We got Traveling Mercies. We can do something like that, or we can leave it just like it is. We can slap some paint on it. Um, do something like these on it. Don't throw these bags away. And even if you're not an artist and this isn't your jam, still reuse the bag for maybe gifting. Like, just take some, I don't know, something. Let's see what you can do. If you're not an artist, you don't do paint. Let me think about that. You can get, I mean, yeah, you can get pens and have people sign it, sign the bag for whoever you're going to give it to. You can write on the bag, happy birthday, happy Valentine's Day, whatever. Take some ribbon, tie here. And when the person sees it, they're going to know it's a recycle bag. It's okay. You might give them an idea to go to First Watch. Or if you don't want to represent First Watch, then you take something as simple as, hey, take something like this, cover it up. There's a bunch of things you can do. Take a cereal box and cover it up, right? Nothing really honestly feel defeated. Okay, don't do that. Don't feel that way. Sorry, y'all. Um, yeah. Okay. So yeah, don't throw these bags away. I have this one. This one is a seafood house that's here in, well, not in my town, and somewhere. Literally, I have to get there. I have to drive. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I need to share something. Oh God, I don't know how to do it from here. Let me get my. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Um, but yeah, so I got this one. You go to Old Navy, you get these bags. Dawn, what'd you say? Oh boy, I need an attitude adjustment today. Oh, Dawn, listen, you showed up today. Your attitude, I'm quite sure, is great. Tell me in the comment, Dawn, what part of your attitude needs adjusting. Tell me. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this box because attitude is everything. Listen, I watched a young lady on YouTube yesterday because, we're growing over here on YouTube together. We're helping each other grow. We're not only subscribing to the channel, we're watching, we're engaging. And so she had a video and she was talking about attitude. And I was like, you know what? That is the number one thing. Like, you can't do nothing if you got a funky and nasty attitude. Like, even over here on my grief journey, for those who are new to my channel, I'm the mother of 7 children. I've lost 2 of those 7. And so I had the funkiest attitude. My daughter and granddaughter, my daughter committed murder-suicide in 2007. Every time I say it out my mouth, it just kind of chokes me up. But 2007, so that's 17 years ago, and I still have a funky attitude about it, okay? So attitude is one thing that we're going to have. What kind of attitude? That's what it is. It's okay to have an attitude. What kind of attitude? Or if you share in the comment, what's your attitude right now? Right now. My attitude right now, I am exceptionally grateful. I have an my heart feels great. So my attitude is, because sometimes we can't even give words to what our attitude is, right? But when you think about attitude, most people think you got a bad attitude. And for me in my lifetime, that's all I heard growing up. You got a bad attitude. Tanya, thank you for subscribing. I will go back and subscribe when I get off of this live and subscribe to you if I'm not already subscribed to you. But thank you for joining. I really do appreciate it. We're here to grow together, and I want to help everybody grow, and I want to help everybody really obtain the goal that they have set, right? So over here, Tanya, we do in my group, I ask everybody to get your name and to follow. And after this live, go over to comment under this after it's no longer live, because right now it's kind of hard to do. But comment on the video on this live stream after it's no longer live. Let me put it that way. And then that way people will engage in your content. Because like I said, yesterday that young lady hit with, and she was talking about attitude and how why her attitude mattered, because your attitude shapes how people perceive you and respond to you. Now, a positive attitude, for example, can lead to resilience, better problem solving. For me, stronger relationships, which is what I'm doing in 2025. Grief has already sidelined me enough. 2024, it knocked me out. Why? Because it was the last comment about the people that killed my son. My son was murdered in 2019. I've been, let me say, a very, very bitter and angry, and people don't help. Listen, let me tell you something. My son's funeral was a circus, complete circus. It was a 5-6 ring circus. The media was on top of it. It was worldwide news. It just pissed me off because everybody wants to know things, and all I wanted to do was grieve my son. So when you look and you come over here and you're like, well, why does she do the things she do? That's it. So that's my why. Now, when we come over here, I have to check my attitude, right? I check my attitude because it's not going to get me far if I'm walking around very bitter and very angry. So what I did after my son's death was like, God, I need your help. I cannot walk this journey by myself, but I want to show up with who I am. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to put the makeup on and walk around and act like I'm okay, like I did after my daughter and granddaughter died. I didn't want to do that this time. So we came into, God gifted a young lady to really invite me into her group. This is during COVID. And then here we are, right? So now I'm over here slapping paint on paper, doing all the things. Why? Because it was something that was awakening me that I did before. Like, what is the thing that you wanted to do as a child? One, I wanted to be a lawyer. Two, I didn't want to be an artist. I felt like I was already an artist, but people was like, you can't make money doing that. So I started practicing my what I was talking about, started practicing all the things. And that's how that worked. Let's see. Tony said, when I have more of a positive attitude, I get more creative. Girl, yeah. So yes, I usually I start out sometime in a funky attitude. Again, this morning I came in the studio feeling, very grateful. I'm very grateful because I woke up this morning. So I had a positive, my outlook was optimistic. Sat out there, I ate my breakfast, drank my coffee, and I kept telling God, thank you. Thank you because you woke me up. And whatever it is he needed me to share with whoever's going to come through this live today or whoever's going to watch the replay, I want you to cultivate your attitude. Does it have to be positive? It depends on how you're feeling. Let the emotion dictate how your attitude is. And then once you ask yourself, I feel like slapping the crap out of somebody. Then once you decide how you're feeling, that's when I say get creative with it. It's kind of like get jiggy with it. And that's what I did. So like last night I have this basket. Y'all, I can't even show it to you. So this camera, if moving the camera messes with your eyes, please close your eyes. How about I do this? I'll do this. All right. Y'all see that basket right there? See my bag of trash? I declare all of that is scraps. It's stuff that I've pulled off, saved. Y'all see that cereal box over there? I'm going to turn it into a book, right? So all of that right there is something that I have kept because I couldn't let go of it, couldn't throw it away because it was pretty, it was cute. It was something that, it was just like, oh, I can use this. Y'all check out that pile over there. Right? Those are boxes. You can use those boxes. I'm not throwing them away. Look at the magazines. Look at the magazine. Some people will call it a hoarder, but this is what I do. All right, let's walk with this. Since I'm up, let's walk with this. I'm going to try to do this because this program that I use, it's the camera. Oh, I can stand here and do it. Look at that. Those are magazines that I've taken and put on that canvas right there. So my point is, if you're not creative enough that you can slap paint on paper, get you some magazines, get you a bag. Let's come back over here. Get you a bag. This is how we go. Look at God. Just drop that down there. Look at God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. But this is how I do it, y'all. This is how I do it. So right here, you get your bag, and these are the bags that the people are going to give you when you leave, when you take home. Old Navy's going to give you a bag, and tell them to give you 2 bags, right? I have a lot of scraps for work with this year too. Oh my God, it just don't make no sense, but I love it. Oh, my scrap pile is tall. Oh my goodness, listen, and Tony and Dawn, I threw away. I just closed my eyes and just tossed it because I have had piles since I've been here. We moved here in 2022. So y'all know, I said if I haven't used it by now, I'm not going to use it. And all I'm going to do is keep collecting. Okay, so here's what you can do. So those scraps over there, this is made out of scraps. These are some things that kind of didn't make it. This came out of a magazine. This came off of something. I don't know. And so I sewed it together. So I put this is on my sewing machine. My sewing machine does not sew clothes. It sews paper. And the thing got stuck. I left it there because I thought, okay, that's life. Life sometimes is unraveled. Life sometimes doesn't give you a perfect stitch, right? So don't worry about it. So sew it together, stitch it together, glue it together, staple it together, however you get it together, and then slap it on the bag, right? What'd you say? Now, not now, not. Wait. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, now the fun start decorating. Yeah, like you can paint this bag. It's so much you can do. But you don't think about it until like somebody shows you the simplicity of taking a bag and that you're probably not going to use. It's probably collecting dust either in the bathroom or on the table. Take that bag, rip it up, get you some glue, and just rip it up. Listen, this one is going to be a book. I'm going to make this one into a book. So that one, I'll do that one. And all of these, the completed project, I'll teach in my Patreon, and then I'll come over here and show you guys the completed process. Because actually, do I have a book over there? I'm quite sure. Oh, and I also sell these, so sometimes I don't always have them on hand. Let's see, where is the book? Yeah, this is one. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Because remember, okay, let me pause. I digress. I squirreled real quick. I need to pull out the card because we're starting with attitude, right? What their attitude is right now. Okay. And then some, like, and it doesn't mean that it's going to stay the same all day long because you interact with people and sometimes people just make you and you just get a little tiffy, whatever. But attitude is it does matter, right? You could either have positive attitude, negative attitude. You can be neutral about some things too, right? Some things that are going on in life right now, I'm not. I don't have a say in it. I don't have my attitude is not affected by it one way or the other. I will say the attitude. I did get a little pissy attitude this morning because it popped up on my timeline about whoever the preacher is that pretty much had a whole lot to say about the young lady, and I went down the rabbit hole. I did. I wanted to know what the preacher actually said because I was tired of hearing what people said the preacher said. Um, yeah, when he started coughing, I was like, that's God's way of telling you to shut up. But anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a video on social media that's going around about this preacher, this young lady pregnant out of wedlock. I don't even know how old the young lady is, but she's young. She ain't the first and she won't be the last. Let's put it that way. And the fact that you got to go stand in front of a church and um, um, I don't know. I see. That's why I need to leave it on. See, right now, my attitude changing. Right now, we're just gonna let it go. All right. So these are cards, like I said, that I had. Oh, this way. Um. A bunch of years ago, because Andrew, I know he was about 2 or 3 when I got these, because I was doing Mary Kay, and my attitude needed to be greater. And so I got these cards because I would take one out and read it. And now, let's pull this one out. I like purple. Let's start with purple. Let's see what it says. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be my card for the day. And I got a card, and I'm going to use these cards not only for reading for my attitude, I'm also going to use it for color schemes for painting when I'm painting. So it's happened to be purple. We're going to start out with purple. You flip it over. Oh, we got some blues. We love some blues. We got some creams. And that's what we're going to do. So happiness is yours to create. How about that? Okay, right? Then we're going to flip it over. Today I focus on the power of my attitude and create from it the experience of happiness. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. I'm going to leave this out, so I'm not going to put it back in the pile. So I'm going to probably maybe take this box, leave it open. That'll be that one because I don't have to put a date or anything on it. Maybe somewhere in the notes I'll put a link. I don't even know where I got these cards from. But Keith Harrell is who it is. It's one of those things I haven't, like I said, these cards are about 20 years old. So I'll put these somewhere on my desk. So that way I'll know that I've done it. I need to cast out my negatives. We all got our negatives. We got, and sometimes, let me ask you this, Dawn. Are your negatives attached to someone or something? Or is it just like, think about what is it? Is why you have the negative. Can you get rid of what is making it negative? Because sometimes for me, it's people, my thought process, right? When you have a negative attitude, sometimes it's focusing on the obstacle and reacting to it. And so you just need to turn that negative into a positive. And sometimes it's easier than we think. Like you can practice gratitude daily. Like literally, I have a gratitude affirmation list right here that I'm using. You can surround yourself with supporting people like we are here on this YouTube channel. I support you in changing your attitude and telling you you're super, you're fabulous, you're very creative, and I know you can do it. You focus on the solution and not the problem, right? And sometimes our attitude is triggered by something. And then, Dawn, you know what we have to do? We got to celebrate the small things in life. Hey, Sarah. Sarah, we got a new person in the group. Tony's in the group. She subscribed. So go to her channel and subscribe. And Tony, vice versa, the chef Sarah, she is growing her channel as well. So, but yeah, so Sarah, we're talking about attitudes over here, how to cultivate a positive attitude. And mine basically is here in the studio, how I junk and turn it into beautiful things. Y'all, let's put it that way, this was an envelope, as you can see. I did this 4/23/22. So, wow, 22, 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. Yeah, we had just moved in the house. So I looked at this envelope. I was like, oh, this is a big, pretty envelope. And this is what I'm telling you you can do with the bag. Just the things, don't worry about it. I promise you, you do. Go get your magazine. Look in your house. You already have this stuff already in your house. And then think about it. You have cereal boxes. You can cut the pictures off. You can take something simple just to decorate it. This was a cereal box that I turned into a folio. Like, I just covered it up with paper. You can go online. If you don't have it, you can go on the Etsy shop or go somewhere in somebody's shop and buy the papers, the digitals, print them out, and then decorate the top of the cereal box or your bag, right? And look, put little notes, make it little pockets. Got little things in there. You can print out. They give you all the stuff. Sometimes they give you too much, and then you print it all out, but on it, and that's that. So this one was 1/22/22. Ooh, nice. Okay. And that, like I say, made from an envelope. Stuff they send you in the mail every day. They send you free paper. Not today. The mail's not running today. All right. This book right here is also made from. Listen, I had to pat myself on the back. But it didn't matter because I was trying to learn. So I didn't care what the aesthetics looked like. I just was trying to learn. And I did a pretty good job going back looking at it then. Sewing, stitching, all the things. And then by the time you finish, oh wait, no, I know what this was done. This wasn't a cereal box. This was a folder. Y'all know those manila folders? Manila folders? That's what this was made out of. Yep, sure was. Yep. And what is this? Slap. Ooh, that's pretty. Look, we can slap that somewhere. I can't pinpoint. I'm usually grateful and able to flip my script. Yeah, so I would just really not stress over it then, Dawn. If you can't pinpoint it, it's probably something that doesn't directly involve you. It's probably someone else's mess. Usually that's what it is. Somebody else's mess. Like today, my attitude changed with the I think my cup is just empty today. Okay, well, you know me. We're going to fill that cup up today. Fill it up. And it is. So this one was done with a folder. But you see what I'm saying? Just do something. If this isn't your jam, figure out something. Must have been folio heaven because all these are folios. This was a cereal box. Yep, I see it. It was a little small cereal box. So all of those, and then I put them in here because I was trying to get my spines. Y'all see, I told you I don't sew on clothes. Finish this. Look at that. Put the spine in there. I think that's, yeah, I might have to finish this up because all we're missing is the signatures because we got a cover, got signatures. See what I'm saying? Y'all saw the date I told y'all this was 22. This is the kind of stuff I have in the studio. Because why? It's like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Go over there, squirrel. But I am very consistent about creating joy. And that's how it's been for me. I just create joy and find something new and different on my journey. So now look, now you're going to look at bags differently. Don't look at the bag as it's a bag and you're going to throw it in trash. Don't do it. Take it and slap some stuff on it. Oh, look, let me show you real quick. Let me show you real quick. I happen to have, oh Lord. Oh, it's got glue on it. I'm going to have to undo it again. Do it again. Okay. Got some collage. This is regular tissue paper that I actually got in the mail with something that I got. All right, let me find a little brush or a big brush. And there's no preparation. There's no nothing. Let's rip it up. Ripping paper is very therapeutic too. Just rip it. All right. Dawn, I love you. Dawn said, that's why I come and find you. That lets me know when I woke up this morning. I woke up for the people that are here on the live that are gaining knowledge or are gaining some side of some information and it's working and they're going to implement it. That's just it. That's what I wake up for every morning. I wake up because then I ask God, what did you want me to do today? And so again, remember I told you I show up in the studios on Mondays and Wednesdays, but today is Thursday, so I had to pop in here for whatever reason. So whoever needs the encouragement to watch how I take the simplest of things and just slap it down. I'm going to stick it on the edge. Oh, not really worrying about what it looks like, whatever, because slapping paper down makes me feel better. Just want to make sure I got enough glue. It's not glue. This is a medium. But glue will work. What's that stuff called? Mod Podge. That works. But you see how we're going to turn this bag into something it's going to keep going. Like I'm going to do just this little section over here just to give you an example. So if you're on here and you want to know how to do more of this, you want to connect. Ooh, I ripped that too hard. See, too hard, not lightly. Join me on my Patreon. This is where I actually teach, and go slower and do all the things. And we have encouraging conversation. And over there, we're a little bit more raw. You know, not that I don't get raw on here, but other people, like right here, you don't get to really, you get to put it in the comments. And then I think when the live is gone, the comments are gone, which sucks. That's it. See how simple that was? Took some glue. This happens to be a collage medium that I use. But you just slap it down. Now I'm not done. I'm going to show you this little section right here because this is what we do. Like, oh. So this is what I do. And when I know I'm pissy, I'll come here in the studio. And this is where I'll be pretty much all day if I'm in a funky mood. Because it's not the world's fault that maybe I woke up in a pissy mood. It's not the world's fault that I'm crying because because my son is gone. It's not the world's fault. You know what I'm saying? So I don't try to go out into the world and, I try to redirect as much as possible. All right, so we have these. Oh, these are like those. Okay. Oh, these are some new pens I got off of the TikTok shop. TikTok made me do it. But, oh, that's going to be wet. Let's come over here. So if you don't have paint, like literally, red is my thing because we're trying to make sure I keep my chakras in line. And red is that thing. learning about that because the church had me thinking that that was bad. Got to step outside. Says learn stuff for yourself. Okay. Let's do it. This is my bag. I'm left-handed, right? You see, so you see what I'm saying is you turned it into whatever you want it to be, like whatever is in front of you. And then if that doesn't work, we got Posca pens. Do I have a red Posca pen? And do look out, see how that pen just popped out? Oh, now that I want you to do it, you're not gonna do it? Okay, that's fine. And this is gonna dry in this bag. I'm telling y'all, when I show y'all this bag tomorrow or later on today, because I'm gonna finish this bag, because now you got me invested in it. Right? Something as simple. It's gonna dry. We're gonna let it dry in between. But you're probably gonna see Old Navy. Maybe it depends if I want Old Navy to show. Now at this point, I could take this girl because she cute, and I can put her on there. I like this whole thing. How to get along with people. Have faith, first of all, that you can do it. Yeah, but these are the, you need color in your life. There you go. What color you need? A real red. Got these off the TikTok shop. This is the first time I've opened it up and used it, and that pen glided across there, like for sure, for sure. Okay, and let's say you don't want to do none of this, and you just like y'all know you go to Sipping Paints, and sometimes they have the canvases that are already done. Check out Chef Sarah over there; she makes canvases. If it wasn't there under the box is literally under something right now, I would show you a canvas. Do I have one out? I don't. But she does pre-printed canvases, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure it out. She gives you a canvas, she sends it to you. Oh, you know what she does? She also sends you the paint, so you have everything you need to create. Right? These are things. This how much stuff I got. All these things right here. No, where? Oh, somebody's paper studio. These are illustrating faith. That's illustrating faith. And this is ephemera. Valentine's Day is coming up. I see hearts. I see hearts. So love never fails. Yeah, that's Valentine's. These are all the things that I have to get rid of. So this isn't junk, but these are the things that I use to embellish my bag. Like this bag, it's wet. I don't want to get it. And when I'm trying to not have a negative attitude, or when I'm trying to make my attitude positive, I throw stuff on the table like this, and I don't take too much time to think about it, right? So the color scheme is red. All of this is different. We can take some hearts and stick on there. Look, let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. I want to show you what, and by the time I finish, like as I'm doing this, talking to you guys, my whole disposition is turning into something wonderful. We love rainbows. We do. We do. Why? Because it's colorful. Look, slap that on top of there. Just because we put it on there don't mean we can't. Just slap it on there. And then when you're trying to get rid of the negative attitude, and then you have all of this scraps that you throw stuff away, but I'm telling you to save a cereal box, save a cookie box, save a box, to cut that box up, save a bag, and turn that bag into something beautiful. And listen, when you turn your trash into treasure and you're in a bad mood and then you look at it later and you be like, oh my God, I was in a funky space when I did that, but I'm happy that I did it because now I feel better. And then you'll have joy. Now, will it happen that fast? Possibly, possibly not. But in the moment, you might forget about why you don't feel like, why are you so negative? You might not worry about it. Look at that encouragement. See how these things are just popping down? They're just popping out. Love shows up because I showed up for y'all today. So I love you and I want you to win because on you look nothing like what it looks like. It's not, you're going to wonder maybe what the color is. But do you get my drift? Do you understand what I'm saying about shaping your attitude? Right? Just really, thank you, Sarah. Um, and know that you got this, right? Don't worry about what's going on. Thing is going to work on its own. It's going to do what it want to do, and you not concentrating on a lot of things. You can only control what you can control. What's in front of you, Right now, I can only control what I'm doing right here, right now. I can't control people coming in to view this live. I can't control people subscribing to my channel. All I can do is show up and be the best version of me, which means you're going to get the authentic Karen. And some days when Karen just don't feel like doing it, she going to say, you know what? I'm just going to cut this camera on. And I don't know. But usually when I try to do that, Dawn shows up, Bernadette shows up, Crystal shows up, Sarah shows up, Dawn, the other Dawn shows up. And then before you know it, there's a whole conversation going on. And where I tried to just get on here and slap some paint on some paper and make myself feel better, we're all encouraging each other. What did I do with the thing? Now this one won't open. So Hobby Lobby doesn't have to be your space. Like you can literally go on Facebook, join groups that like to sell stuff on the group, help somebody clear out stuff in their studio, right? This book, y'all, this was what are these things called? Daily devotional, daily words. That's what this is. I have daily words probably about 6-7 years ago. I do know I have one for 2019 because again, that's when my son was murdered, and everything 2019 I kind of have hoarded. But see how you just slap it down. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We're not worrying about what it looks like right now. We're not worrying about what it feels like. All we're worrying about is how are you feeling as you do it. And me, see, and I love the word, but let me show y'all something else. Oh, let me show you. This is yummy. As I get to going, I get thinking about it and be like, wait, this needs to be shown too. Where is it? Where's my book? Where's my book? And if you're just starting to do some of this, or if I'm encouraging to want to do some of this, start at the thrift store. Like, go to the thrift store. This one isn't from the thrift store. Wait, I don't think this is the one I need to rip out of. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is the one I need to rip out of. I have one that means something to me. And then I have one that I just rip the pages out of. But y'all know what? Let me get this basket. And in the basket I just showed y'all, that's not the only place I have scraps. In true transparency. True transparency mode. This isn't the only place I have scraps. Okay, I'm looking for music. I want music notes. And I feel like I had some scraps in here. I feel like I did. Maybe not, maybe. I did use a lot of scraps in October when I was creating that book. But maybe I'm going to have to find another. This one's from 2020. Both of these are from 2020. Because when you open them up, it's free words. Like you don't have to worry about it. Oh my God. Just hate when you think you got something. I know I do. I'm probably going to pull this basket out later on today. Oh, I can put my own art on here, right? I can do my own art. Oh, hold on. My comments paused. I just looked out my window and spotted a huge owl perched on a limb. Look at God showing you his beauty. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Tony. So this is my art. I could take this, kind of cut it out a little bit. Not worrying about stuff is already on there. I could just slap it on there because we want to add those beautiful roses on there. Or I could paint the roses on here myself. Now, somebody might be like, oh, that looks so terrible. Don't worry about it. If it makes you feel better, that's what you do. I think we spend too much time on this side of the world worrying about what other people think. Who cares? If it makes you happy, do it. Do it. Do it. And then I can't tell y'all what I do in the morning. Like when I look in the mirror, if I get some negativity that pops up in my head or somebody that I'm trying not to think about how they feel about my life, yeah, I have this nice little word that I say. It's not very, very. Asking the Lord to give me another word. Sarah knows what it is. I think I told her. But I'm asking the Lord to give me another word, right? Showing me some wisdom, possibly. Yes, he is showing you an owl. Look, you got to look up an owl. I know a hawk is definitely my animal. When I go outside, the hawks are there. But an owl, Google what does an owl mean? What does an owl mean when you see one? Because it's daytime and you're seeing an owl, that means something. Because I know owls usually are, is it nocturnal animals is what they're called? But I really do believe it has something to do with awareness. Pay attention because owls are, they are a different kind of animal. Like if y'all know what I'm talking about, please share in the chat because owls, I do know an owl. Let's see, think something about, yeah, Google it, and then put it in chat and let me know. But I do know seeing an owl in the daytime, I think that is very, very different. Because I know you hear them at night. All right, I like this, y'all. I do, I do. I can get real jiggy with it and continue, but what I wanted, I can't find that book. And it's because I've cleaned up my studio and stuff is just right across my desk. But, oh, and go to the, hold on, I got to get this book. I need it. Go to the, what do you call that thing? The thrift store. Oh, here it is. Go to the thrift store and get some books. Get some old books. And, you know, use that to slap. Like, we're taking a regular old bag that I got from Old Navy, and we're just changing it around, just slapping some stuff around, adjusting our attitude, not worrying about arguing and fighting with people today. We're not worrying about how they feel about what they feel about how they feel about us. First of all, we're not worried about that, and ain't. We're going to really, really concentrate on our in 2025 being very selfish. I am taking care of Karen first. So I took care of Karen first this morning. I sat on the porch, drunk my coffee, ate breakfast, had a little prayer, had a little devotional, a little Bible study, because my attitude was shifting just a tad. Because remember, I said, when I wake up in the morning, I'll be like, God, what do you want today? He hideth my soul. Let's do this. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, that feels so good. Whew. Breathe. Don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. Just rip it up. They pissed you off. Find some paper, rip it up. Don't worry about it because you can't change people. People are going to be negative, nasty. They're going to be who the hell they want to be. But you have to show up and show them how to be. Don't worry about them. It'll be all right. God got them. And in my flesh, I told y'all that. I said that in my spirit. But in my flesh, it'd be like, God, just take too long. Be like, right now. And just be done with it. And he'd be like, nope. Because they just don't know no better. That's the way I'm going. That's the way I say it. So I was sharing the story like with my son, about my son when I was going through all of that. And I look back on it now as I'm just finishing up writing a book. Not so much about his life, but more from the perspective of what the media didn't highlight. The media highlighted the bad parts. The media highlighted probably 3 years of his life when he lived to what, 26, 27? And they took 3 years and made that the headline. And so that's why that might be the title. Look at that. I can't say it out loud right now because it might not be, but see how God works? I show up, he shows up. I want to tell you to tell people to go to hell. He'd be like, nope, Karen, that is not right. And I know it. But some people just make you want to, they get your attitude. That's what I was saying. They make your attitude. But you have to show up and be a better person. You have to show them how to do it. And I used to say, I felt like people that were older than me, I felt like they should know better. And those are the ones who end up being the worst because they're serving from a belief system about the belief system. I don't go to church here in my town where I am because I grew up here, and I don't believe in stuff the way they believe in it. Wisdom, truth, and spiritual awakening. Dawn, if that is not what you need, I don't know what is. There you go. That answered your question. Take a deep breath, receive it, and keep it moving. See, look, we got encouragement in there. Look, love shows up. Everything that's on here already, and then you look out the window and see an owl. Do y'all see the correlation? Y'all see how that's coming together? Attitude. Attitude. Check your attitude. Check your attitude. And if you don't have a great one right now, that doesn't mean it can't change. Let's put some up here. I got to thinking about it, and I'm not supposed to be thinking about it. I'm just supposed to be slapping it down and keeping it moving. There we go. So this book, this psalm hymnal I got from the thrift store. The other one, it came from a church that is no longer. So because it has the name and all that in there, I kept it. That's why I said I couldn't rip out of that one. So there we go. All right, I had to have music notes on here because it says rejoice, rejoice, dance before the Lord, sing, tell the Lord you're pissed off, tell the Lord you're mad. He already know. He's just waiting for you to ask for his help. Ask him for help to get through what is. And that I'm just telling you what I've done. Right? Let's see what Dawn had to say. Let's see. Let's go over here. I also see it says new beginnings. Yes. An awakening with new perspective and a reminder to let go of past beliefs and views that hinder a direct path toward your future. Dawn, you make me want to go and find an owl to slap right there. God Almighty. Because if that's not a whole word right there, it's not going to get that comment. Let's see. Let's put that. Oh, and I need to make that bigger because this is, okay, did I get bigger? I don't think it went bigger. Okay, can y'all read that on the screen? Let's move it around. Let's sit it right there. I feel like it should get bigger. That's a whole word. That needs to be bigger. I'm going to move my arm and you're not going to be able to see it. I always say I'm going to learn something new about eCam, and I don't. But anyway, since the bag is there, we'll put that there. But I also see it says new beginnings and awakening with a new perspective and a reminder to let go of past beliefs. I let go of past beliefs. That just slapped me right in the face. All right, now I got this right here, and that's just this side. I haven't even, we're going to turn it into a, whatever I don't know what it's going to be. No, I could leave it a bag. I still can turn it into a book. This could be the cover of the book. Because it's got all this love stuff, I could take it and paint it all red. I kind of don't like the red on the brown. So I probably could just do something else. Put my husband's Valentine's gift in here. And then I get the bag back, right? And then I still have the art for bags. They already know. You want this bag back? And do. So I'm going to let this dry because I'm going to go over this with some gesso, which is going to be real pretty. You can also take, look, I keep saying I'm going to stop, but it's hard when you just want to share and help people to see how you can turn trash, because somebody will throw this in the garbage. Y'all throw them in the trash, but you kind of take this and kind of blend it together. Take some paint. When I put that white on there, it's going to pop out. It's going to highlight the things, all the things. I haven't seen the puppies this morning. My husband. And that's going to dry, right? And then we're going to do something else with it. I'll do something else. Okay, so I'm going to sit this back here, and we're going to let it dry. And I'm going to move some stuff around. I had something else. Where are we? Oh, we're doing good. Doing good on time. Doing good on time. Because so remember, our word today was happiness. Excuse me. This makes me happy. Like, literally. I had my new paint that I swashed. This was the page I did yesterday. Y'all remember I had, if you were on yesterday, I had these. And I kind of made it. So this is where I would go and take some more scraps. Like I can do what I did already. Slap that down. Put him there. So we got our attitude check, right? We are not going to worry about people today, right? Or if you do, just don't respond. Because if a person's mental and emotional disposition towards someone is already a funky attitude, you adding to it is not going to make it better. Don't go to the water cooler. That used to be my thing. I like that. Looking down at that, I'm gonna do that. Put that on there. Um, I love music notes. I feel like I need to go to the thrift store and then I look around my own studio and I'd be like, nope, you don't need to go nowhere. You need to go in that cabinet over there and pull out something that you already have and slap it down on some paper. And that's it. Talk yourself out of it. The only thing that I'm buying in this quarter, the first quarter, if I buy anything, that's it. That's it. Okay. All right. Now we were talking, Dawn said something about the owls with the belief system. Um, And that's another thing. I want you to think about what is it that you believe and ask yourself, why do you believe it? These look like they might need to go. Oh, those are rub-on transfers. Oh, we might can use that, something like that. Um, and then you might have some, remember I told you some old paper. I had some paper, like if you have some, this is what I did with a bag of, no, this is craft paper. This I cut off of a bag. One of them is thicker, yeah. And so you do something like this, and then you take it and you can slap this and slap it down somewhere. I don't know. Don't let me tell you how to do it. All I can do is tell you what you can do and move on. All right? All right, all right, all right, all right. So in 2025, we're healing our own attitudes. We're not letting people dictate what and how our lives are, right? We're going to worry about our own mental wellness. We're going to concentrate on our spiritual growth, that which makes us very resilient. We're going to practice self-care and we're going to join communities so that we can help grow and build people up because that'll make you feel better too. All right. That's that for desk time. What's up? What's up? Let's move that over there. Whew. Can't try to look over here. All right. So I have given you some things to help you check your attitude. Just a couple things to make you check your attitude. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. It really is. I don't know. Well, I got something in my eye. Probably tears that probably need to go rolling, which is another thing. When your attitude and you feel like you want to cry, just let it go. I have 10.5 acres out here. I'm going, well, let me see what temperature's like. Oh, maybe not. If the wind's blowing, I'm not going outside. I'm not going for a walk because what I was saying, my attitude is great. I feel good, right? So hanging out here in the studio really puts things in perspective for me, right? So it makes things a little bit easier. So no matter what's happening on my journey, for one, I'm not alone because I'm cultivating this community here on YouTube so that when you're not feeling your 100% best, you might, like Dawn said, that's why I come to find you so we can fill the cups because over here on this channel, oh, I don't have, yeah, I do have the empty cup. We don't want to, so that you can gain some restoration, you can get some hope. And before the end of the live, I hope you gain a little bit of peace and joy, at least some direction of how to move forward from whatever is pissing you off or whatever is making you feel bad, right? No matter where you are on the journey, you're for you, I'm here for you, right? And together, I will help you embrace God's promises because God said that in this life you shall not be alone. He's always said in his word that he promised that he'll never leave you nor forsake you. And I know that when you're going through some of the worst parts, if you feel like God has forsaken you, and after walking away from not one, but two, but three caskets, two of my children and one of my granddaughter, I can tell you, God has never left me. I might maybe have walked away from him. I maybe have said, I won't do it. I can't believe, you did this again. I can't believe I got to stand by this casket. I can't believe I got to do this. Like, he stood right there and waited on me to get my little attitude together. And then here I am helping you to navigate through whatever it is you may be going through today. You're not alone. I'm here for you. I want you to join. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Like, it's a channel to help the growth of a small YouTube channel. You're joining a community that can maybe help you one day in your journey. My healing journey is all about slapping paint on paper, creating Now that I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff and destashed, and now I can see, like over there is clear. It was all clogged up with stuff. Think about in your mind, like literally, close your eyes right now. Think about things that's in your mind, not control. Other people have dictated what they want in their life, and it has absolutely positively nothing to do with you, right? After my son, I couldn't control the people who took his life. I couldn't control the media. I couldn't control his baby mama. I couldn't control his dad. I couldn't control his siblings. I had no control over anything outside. That's why I've learned to control the one thing that I can control is me. Now, trying to have control when you can't control other people, you tend to turn into what we call, in the clinical field, it's OCD, right? And I always say it's not OCD, it's CDO. So see, it's just you got it wrong. But OCD is you're trying to control what you can control. I had to let go because in my marriage, it was becoming a problem, not for him, seeming like he was trying to adapt, but when he wouldn't do things, it would piss me off, right? Make my attitude very, very mean and nasty and cantankerous. And so I had to look at self and I had to look in the mirror and be like, listen, why are you like that? And it goes back to things that I couldn't control in my life. The things I can control, like my studio, I try to keep it spotless clean. But why? My granddaughter, when she was in here, she said, it's a studio. It's okay if it's messy. I looked at her. She's like, no, really, it's okay if it's messy. So in my mind, I heard her, but I was like, I don't care. It's still going to be clean. Like the rail here was full of stuff last year. That's my way of dealing with clutter in my studio was when people would send me stuff, I posted up on the rail. There's a rail right there. You can see the stuff hanging. And it was for one, I wanted to I wanted to look at what people had shared with me as they created stuff and took the time to send it to me. So my whole point is you can't control everybody. You can only control your attitude. And when you think about the things that you're mad at and the things that you're upset at, can you change it? And usually if it's involved with somebody else, most of the time you cannot. We have a whole world over here that is almost pretty much divided over, that was divided over an election. Majority of the people are friends. And then they're letting stuff that they can't control. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. The media, I can tell you straight up, all the media want is ratings. After all the things that they said and all the news and everything that they said about my son and the trial that was going on and all those things, majority of it, I probably only say 10% of it. And that was the clickbait. That was to get you in, get you hooked. Now you're following the story for 4 days. Then somebody else gets killed. Now they got to clickbait that. Most of the stuff that was on the news was not true. I mean, it was just stuff that they just added on and they just wanted you to grab hold to. So think about that. Think about what's in your mind right now. Can you control it? If you can't, don't, child, it's living rent free up there. Let it go. Or either charge it rent. Like call the people up and be like, you know what, I've been thinking about you. You need to pay me rent. And see how that works out for you. See how that works out. Thinking about me. Y'all see all the stuff they got on, all these little memes they got on going into 2025. I'm not caring about what they say. I'm going into 2025 not giving a bleep, bleep, bleep. And I mean that. I really am. I'm only controlling Karen and things and people that come and join me on my journey. Those are the people that I want to be around. Other people that are self-serving in a negative way, I'm not worrying about them. I'm really not, because I'm here to take care of me so that why I can help take care of you and take care of the people that are in my business, the people that I counsel, the people that show up to learn art. Those are the people that I'm really here for. And if those people, if you're not in here in this inner circle, it's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And I'm okay with that. I'm married to one man. And he loves another word for I don't care. Because it's not that I don't care. It's just that I'm not consumed with the thought process of someone else. That's what it is. That's what it is. And here on the ranch, all we want is peace. All right, guys. So for the people on replay, this is it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification for all so that when I do go live, because I do pop on, I just like, boop, boop, here I am. And if you like live and you want to be on the live, then hit that bell notification for all so that you will be notified when I am on live. Because I'm liable to get out of here, go outside, the puppies come out, and it's not that cold, and I might be outside with the puppies on live when I just done spent all the time showing you how to turn trash into treasure, to give you joy, and to reactivate a positive attitude. Okay? And as I always say before I leave, I want you to do one thing today that is just for you. It's just for you, because in 2025, we are taking care of ourselves first so that we can give from a full place, not an empty place. And that in turn affects our attitude. Other things are happy. And attitude, when you smile, you ever notice when you smile, somebody smiles back at you? It's contagious. Joy is contagious. Happiness is contagious. Peace is contagious. But when you got a funky attitude, if I come over here and just, by the time you leave here, you be like, oh, Lord, that energy wasn't great. So over here, I tell people, I start off my journey with trying to bring peace and happiness to me first. So do one thing for yourself each and every day. But today, because it's early in the day, it's 12 o'clock my time, take time out for you. One thing today that is just for you. Even if it's getting in the car, if you can, if you're not snowed in or whatever. Go to Starbucks, sit down, have a cup of coffee by yourself. Go to the store, buy something just for you, something only you can use, because it's all about taking care of you. You know why? Because we can't pour from empty cups. I don't care how much you ask me for some water. If I don't have it to give you, I can't give it to you. So take care of you. And I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate it. And again, hit that bell notification, because I'm liable to pop on here again, because whoever couldn't join me this morning, they might need to join me in the afternoon. It depends on however I feel. And right now I feel great. I could stay on here for another hour. I could slap some paint on some paper and show you some more things, but I'm going to be very cognizant of your time. So make today so good that yesterday is jealous. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Make today so good that yesterday gets jealous. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So do all you can do for today, because tomorrow's not promised. So take care of you, enjoy you, love on you first, and then you can pour from that cup. Because we don't want to pour from, even when this cup fills up and it's topped out, we want to pour from the overflow. And that's when the person is getting the gooder of you. They're getting the best of the best. What's in the cup, that's kind of for you, to keep you and your attitude in check. All right, guys, have a great day, and thank you for showing up for me. I love you guys. Peace.